Twin powers, activate!
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Would she go down on you in a theater?
Scrumtrilescent.
And just like the movies,
Acting!
All right, and welcome back to another episode of Bud Light's Camera Action. Thus begins an epic tale.
Yeah, Netflix has done it again.
Well, have they?
They've done it again. They've given us yet another
Oh my god.
terrible
Terrible.
B-side movie.
You know, it can't be said enough that, you know, Netflix is willing to just do whatever.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, they will put out literally anything. And it's really evident by this week's movie, Polar.
Yeah, I think the thing with Netflix, I think they tricked people into believing just because they could afford better stars. They're still putting out the same straight-to-movie quality films that you find on Lifetime.
That was kind of the whole thing. Like, I thought that now, like, since they were willing to buy movies, or, you know, buy movies from studios and stuff like that, that they were going to actually start putting out good stuff. This was not it.
Wrong.
Yeah, so this movie is basically, let's see if I can get the synopsis here. The world's top assassin, Duncan Visla, is settling into retirement when his former employer marks him as a liability to the firm. This is not true. Against his will, he finds himself back in the game, going head-to-head with an army of young killers. That's not the plot.
That's not the plot
That's not
at
the
all.
plot of it. He's not retired.
He's about to be retired.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's also not a liability. The whole thing is about his money.
Well, it is a liability because they're going to have to pay him money
Right. But
when he retires.
But it's not like he's gonna expose the firm's secret or something like that. It's just they literally just want his $8 million.
Yeah, and pension. Did you know that assassins get a pension?
I found that out during this movie. So this whole movie starts off with Johnny Knoxville, who I was really happy to see.
Yeah.
I love Johnny Knoxville.
He was in for a long time.
He was in it for maybe 5 minutes, and he gets killed. I had no idea that he was an assassin, but he gets killed in a very bizarre way to me. So there's a team that's going after him in order to kill him so that they can get the money back, and they snipe him, and then kill him from up close. Why didn't they just do it? Why didn't they take a headshot?
I don't really know, but why didn't the first sniper shot not? How did that not kill him?
I don't know. It hit him like right through his back, like through his heart. Like that
was the cool shot of following the bullet.
Yes. Yeah.
Through
that.
Do you think it
CGI bird?
Do you think it lost velocity when that bird flew by? It kind of changed the wind current. That's not why he didn't die.
No, because they try to do it later on to Duncan.
Yeah.
They try to do the same exact
same
thing.
move.
Even it's blow time, mister.
Yeah, it's blow time, mister.
Yeah, so Johnny Knoxville is having sex with this attractive female.
She's not ugly.
Great New York boobs, as we see later. And she goes down on him, and he gets sniped in the back.
That's correct.
Instead of just I just didn't get it. If this guy is such a trained assassin, take a headshot.
Yeah, why
it's
did
over
he take
with.
a headshot? Yeah.
So then
maybe they were messing with. Maybe they were like they were doing a calling card. You know, they thought that they were superheroes.
I don't.
So they each had their own role. Blowy,
Snipey.
There
was the Asian woman who was dating the gross man.
Yeah, he's from Little Britain, USA. He's really funny.
He's from he's Fat Amy's sister in Bridesmaid as well.
Correct. Yeah.
And then there was like the hillbilly guy.
The hillbilly guy, yeah. But he didn't do anything.
No.
He wasn't even jacked. He was like tiny. How is that guy an assassin?
I know. Oh wait, and there was also one more guy, the guy who flew the helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Kurgan. He was a WWF wrestler for like 2 years.
That was Kurgan?
Yes.
I haven't seen Kurgan in 20 years. He's still around?
He's an actor now.
No, stop it.
Yes, that was him. It was him. I'll show you a picture of him.
That was Kurgan? Well, this is really bad radio.
So,
We're showing pictures.
well, I mean, I'm going to also keep moving, but...
I had no idea
that's
that was...
Kurgan.
Oh, it is him.
But, so... So, Johnny Knoxville is dead, and we move on, and the next scene is Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, in a terrible mustache.
Oh, I liked it. I thought he was pretty cool. He
You
had the
liked
salt
the
and-
mustache?
Yeah, the salt and pepper 5 o'clock shadow with the mustache.
Yeah,
It was a good look.
Nah.
Mads Mikkelsen is a good looking man. He's got that like European.
He's very
appeal.
Slavic,
Oh.
very Russian.
Well, so
What's the next scene? I kind of forgot. I just
Oh,
watched this movie
okay, yeah.
6 hours ago.
it's him getting a prostate exam.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yes.
And yeah, we watch
He's getting
him
a
get
physical.
Yeah, and as soon as he's done getting his fingers out of Mads Mikkelsen's ass, the doctor asks him if he wants pie.
Yeah, homemade. I do remember this.
Very weird.
The dialogue in this movie
Oh my God.
was maybe some of the worst I've ever
Well,
seen.
so
And that's
yeah.
in all platforms. That includes RedTube.
Oh my God, it's probably right. But so this is a graphic novel.
Okay.
Polar is a graphic novel, so I guess they took a lot of it straight from that. That's what my assumption is.
Really? Well, I don't know what it was from, and I was so offended by the dialogue that I looked up what the director and the screenplay, the writer, did.
Okay.
They only do music videos.
Oh,
This is the first time they've ever done a movie.
Well, it was a kind of cool looking.
It was cool.
movie.
And did you know who did the music?
No.
Deadmau5
No way,
did
really?
the music for the entire movie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of that's what Deadmau5 is doing now.
Well, someone didn't stay around for the credits. So,
No, I did not. As soon as this movie ended, I also fell asleep in this movie twice.
You did.
Woke up and rewound, and so I watched the whole movie, but I
That
fell
is-
asleep twice.
That is something else. Well, I knew we were in trouble because usually when you go to Netflix, what if something's really good,
It
really
wasn't
hot
there.
in the streets?
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
I had to search
I
for
had to
it.
search for it, and that's not good. So Netflix, your algorithms are working great because I
Yeah.
hated this movie, and I'm
Yes.
glad it wasn't suggested to me.
But I thought that this was gonna be on the top suggestion where it
Right.
gets that banner up at the top and it just automatically plays the trailer.
Well,
No.
Ted Bundy went and stole everyone's
true.
shine
That's
this
very
week.
true. It came out
Yeah.
the day before.
Yeah.
So, Duncan, our main character here, he has 14 days until his 50th birthday, and then he'll get his $8 million that we talked about. There have been 4 dead agents in the past month, and for some reason, he's asked to do one last hit.
Yeah. The guy's name is Pedro Gonzalez Gonzalez.
Was it really the big fat
The
Mexican
big,
guy?
Gonzalez.
No, wait, no, was he? Yeah, Mexican. That was like
Yeah.
that cartel, right?
Right.
Got
His
it.
name was Pedro Gonzalez Gonzalez. And I watched it with subtitles because it was 7 a.m. and I was like, I can't understand half the things that these people are saying. They spelled one Gonzalez with a Z and the other one with an S.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Gonzalez?
Gonzalez Gonzalez.
That's actually kind of funny.
So
to
he was a
me.
Mexican Portuguese.
Oh.
Those are the kind of insights that you get when turning on the subtitles.
Well, I had the subtitles on too. I just it was not good. So, Duncan, the Black Kaiser, he has to do one more hit on Pedro Gonzalez, and
in Belarus.
but he turns it down
Yeah.
at first. He wants to just be retired. He's done. No more hits. He goes to that nice little town.
Yeah, it's where he lives.
Yeah,
That little town, Three Oaks,
yeah, something
Washington.
like that.
It's somewhere
Yeah.
around Seattle.
Yeah, right. But there was a nice little. Did you hear the nice little nod to John Wick?
No,
The
I
dog.
missed it. Oh yes,
So he says there's a woman who's selling a dog, and he says, "I don't need a dog." And I was like, "Oh, that's funny. Like that's a good little nod at the assassin who is trying to get killed by all the other assassins." The next scene is him driving down the road, and he bought the dog.
yeah, he has the dog.
Like, why not just commit to that joke? Like, I don't need a dog. That's like John Wick's thing.
Yeah,
And then he
but then
buys
what
the
happens?
dog.
What happens to the
So
dog?
he's having a terrible dream, which was actually
That
in
was
the
cool.
End, it was good foreshadowing.
Yeah.
The twist in the end of this movie was actually well done.
I thought it was a good twist.
and I was shocked because
I
this
was
movie
like-
sucked.
I was like, I can't believe they pulled a twist like
No.
this. M Night's not even a part of this.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. I was
So-
Shyamalan.
So we'll get to that later, but he is having a terrible nightmare about an assassination that he did, and he wakes up in the middle of the night and he shoots the dog.
Yeah, the dog's dead. That's it. I think that was the joke.
right. I guess, but it wasn't.
It was pretty.
The
it
dog was
pretty
adorable,
unnecessary. Yeah, it was
and he
pretty
shoots the
unnecessary.
dog dead. Fuck that.
So how are you supposed to feel bad for him now?
Right. Well, I mean, he's still the good guy. Definitely compared to
Yeah,
everybody else.
right.
Definitely the good guy. But he ends up getting, fish. And while he's getting fish, he looks out of his window and he sees his neighbor,
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens, looking like a straight up ghost.
She's had a few mileage added onto her. I think for the movie.
I think, yeah, definitely, because I actually had to look it up because I was
Yeah.
worried. She's in that new Fox does the live plays, and she's in Rent, and she does not look like she.
Okay, so
yeah.
this was
it was for the movie.
this was acting.
Acting.
Yes,
she does not look like that for real life.
Okay.
She's still attractive young
Okay.
female.
good. I was
But-
worried. I didn't even know it was her until like the end,
I know.
and I was like, I thought Vanessa Hudgens was supposed to be in this movie.
She honestly looks like, just like a junkie. Like she looks terrible. Like there's no color in her face whatsoever.
I know,
She's-
but like she was supposed to look like that at the end.
right.
We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning, she's supposed to be just like a normal looking person. I don't know what they ran out of makeup, so they're like, oh, we gotta make her up like to look like a junkie.
I
But
don't
then we can't afford.
Well-
We're gonna film this whole thing in one day.
So I actually did think during it, the twist that I said, like the twist was great, but I knew something was up because
did?
she's so skittish throughout the entire movie. Like every time somebody would walk in the door behind her and she
Right.
freaks out and she loses it. But like I couldn't figure. I didn't know what the
I
problem
thought-
was. I thought like maybe there had been an attempt to murder her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Like I didn't get it.
I had
didn't-
such low expectations because of like how bad the writing was that I didn't even notice. I didn't want to even. I was just like, oh, she's just written like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, I mean, she kind of was because a lot of this didn't pay off. We have to talk about. We finally meet our new character, the yellow guy. I have no idea what his name is, but just
What yellow guy?
the bald, the main.
Democles.
name.
Democles.
Blurt?
Yeah.
His name was like Blurt?
Blart. Paul Blart.
We'll just call him Paul Blart. Blut. It was Blut, but Blart for our sake.
Blut
So,
Damocles.
the-
That was the name of the assassin firm.
He legitimately like made me sick. Like it was like a visceral, like disgusting. I didn't get it. Like, but he was always putting lotion and
Yeah.
sanitizer on him and like dude, I don't
He
know.
struck me as someone that just eats mayo straight from the
Ugh.
just right from the jar, just spoonfuls of mayo.
I can't. That was maybe the most disgusting thing I've ever truly seen, like in
Yeah.
a movie. It like gave me I had like a physical feeling towards him. He made me sick.
That's pretty good
I
acting.
hated it. No, it wasn't acting. He's just a gross person. He's also like, that guy is like albino and like alopecia big time.
Yeah,
Like, he
definitely.
has no hair on him or like,
Zero.
But so, I guess where does it go from there? Duncan decides to take the
He
hit.
takes the hit and goes to Belarus.
Belarus, and this was so the thing that I'll give this movie was that the action was pretty cool.
Seeing Mads in action was awesome.
Yeah,
he was great.
It really was. But like
you actually believe that he's actually the world's best assassin because
Right.
he actually like does kick some ass.
it was just like it was terrible. Like you said before, it was like a B movie from the start.
Right.
But the action was sweet. Like the setups to him, like it reminded me kind of like John Wick style stuff.
Right. But
Where
like
so he goes after Pedro Gonzalez.
yes.
He has like a sweet plan where he gets him out of the room with the loud noise and all that.
Well, he has the Belarusian hooker.
Yes. Her son walks in on
Yeah.
her having sex.
Right. And he doesn't know if that kid is his son. It's not his son.
It's not his son. I don't think he had any indication that it was his
But he
son.
keeps giving her money.
He keeps giving her money, but I think
Not
for
just
sex.
not just for the sex.
But I think he's just like supposed to be a good guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think because at one point in the movie, it's
the old Arthur Morgan redemption arc.
Arthur.
Arthur,
Arthur,
I got a plan.
Have a little faith, Arthur.
You did that pretty good, Doug.
Thank you. But shout out Red Dead Redemption. But so at later on in the movie, one of the characters, the woman that he meets, or like he knows that helps him out later on, she says like, "You're not a good man, but you're trying to do a good thing."
Yeah, yeah.
So like I feel like he's so close to retirement. He's done with this life. He's trying to do good now.
Right. Okay. So he's like trying to take care of this hooker.
Right.
Okay.
And the kid.
And the kid,
So
yeah.
he gets Pedro Gonzalez to come out of his room.
Yeah.
Turns around with a nail gun and crucifies him to a wall.
And then shoots all of his henchmen.
Oh, well, hold on. Because he also, whilst crucified, he nail guns both testicles.
Yeah, he sure did.
And then he goes through, he kills all of his henchmen, which was badass, like all like sweet shooting and all that. And then he gets information that Damocles, that the assassin whatever
Firm. We're gonna call
yeah,
it
there
the
you go.
firm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The assassin firm, they have taken a hit out on Duncan himself.
Yeah.
So it's all a setup.
Big
He doesn't
mistake.
know why. Huge mistake. Let's see. What?
Well, then he leaves Belarus and comes back, and then he talks to his friend, who is Lagatha from Vikings.
Oh yeah. I don't watch
And
that show, but yeah,
she
was
did this.
weird, man.
She did the same. She's super weird.
Yeah.
What was her like? She was like doing 1940s noir like dressing.
Yeah, see, that's the whole
And,
thing.
like,
I think it's because it was
'cause
all a
of
graphic
graphic
novel. Like,
Okay.
so much of it is like,
And she's like
noir.
smoking this super long cigarette.
Right.
What was that?
Dude, it was weird. I don't know. I didn't want to go through any more of this like story, so I didn't want to look anything up.
Yeah.
It just a lot of this just grossed me out. This movie was disgusting. It really was. So, here's a fun thing. The assassins now from the very beginning who killed Johnny Knoxville, they're on the case. Now they're looking for Duncan.
Right.
They
Yeah, because
end
they
up-
failed.
Yes.
Because Gonzalez was supposed to kill Duncan. He was supposed to be a
they
setup.
were- right. But he had to jump on him. So they end up going to a couple different places. One of them being Newark.
Yeah.
Was that the most like misinterpreted depiction of Newark?
Yeah, it wasn't even close to Newark.
Everything was so colorful.
It was like Malibu's Most Wanted. Like
Yeah,
they
it was
had
like-
like palm trees like outside. I
It
was
was-
like,
yeah, it was
it
like
was clearly not filmed in Newark.
no, a happy little meth lab.
Yeah, just like right in the like
Yeah.
right there.
So the group of assassins, they start going around. They're looking.
They're
they
looking
go-
They go to his 3 properties that he's listed under.
Wait, so here's the thing. He said to the lawyer that
To
he
send
had
to
four
Florida.
properties.
Yeah,
They go to they go to 2 properties, and then one of the guys says there's one more place we have to check.
right.
There's 2 more places you have to check.
Well, maybe they didn't have the 4th one on there because that's where he was hiding out.
I guess so, but why? I was so confused by that.
I don't know.
I guess the place that he's at, the 3 Oaks or whatever, it was maybe like an undisclosed property,
Right.
something like that.
And then the banker takes care of the property, so he just rents it out to those.
it has to be.
But they're all weird people that like
super weird people, like
Like-
the fat guy in Austin.
Yeah.
who they just like.
they must have put 50 rounds.
Oh my god, yeah, and that was. I did not like it. Another just disgusting.
Also,
thing
why
in
was
this.
Blowy screaming during
Oh
that?
my! She was supposed to be like.
Was she? She wasn't an assassin. She like
No, but she was a part of the team.
Yeah.
I don't think she did anything like
she just stabbed that
physical.
pedophile.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
After
she
he
did
was
do
dead.
that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, was he a pedophile or was he just a creepy
He was
guy?
just a creepy dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So after all that, we have some weird things where like Mads Mikkelsen goes and he simulates like slicing a little kid's throat when he teaches a class.
When they're because Vanessa Hudgens is like, oh, you should teach at school.
Yeah, which is a weird thing to ask a person to do after having like 2 conversations with him.
Well,
Like,
he said
hey,
that
why
he
don't
would-
you come and teach at a school?
Yeah, after he tells her that he was a traveling funeral director.
Yeah. I mean,
that
come
was, I mean, right?
on. So yeah,
That's
some
his
weird
backstory?
shit. Oh, and then also after having like 2 or 3 conversations with a person, you know what's a weird thing to give as a gift? A fucking gun.
Yeah.
So Duncan just decides to give Vanessa Hudgens a gun.
Yeah.
After like knowing her for
A week.
yeah, maybe.
Not even.
And also seeing that she is she's so scared of everything. So he's like, you know what I should give her? A gun.
Do you
a
think that was
weapon."
trying to like show that he's like very out of touch? Like him being an assassin made him like weird. Like
I
because
think
all the
so.
assassins were weird as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, you're right. But he seemed like the most normal out of all of them. I mean, we don't know his backstory.
Yeah, true.
But he
We
was
don't
just
know-
like an assassin. He was like a quiet guy who just killed people.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
There's always one.
Also, oh man, so he tries to take her out shooting. She throws a loaded weapon down.
Right. Yep.
Which
not,
is, you probably shouldn't throw
not-
a loaded gun.
not great.
But then also, she then goes into like a really dark and sad story about how she was beat up and raped by Santa Claus at the mall.
All right. I'm sorry. Before she got to the raping and beating part, when she opened up her sad story, when she said, "I just got my dream job as Santa's little helper,"
Well, she was like 13, wasn't she?
I started laughing so hard.
Wow.
And then I heard the rest of it, and I was like, "Oh fuck! I can't."
I
believe
bet you
laughed.
felt terrible
I
about
did.
yourself.
I felt really bad. But when she delivered the first line, she was like, "I just got my dream job, Santa's little helper," and the way that she delivered it, I was like, "This, I can't believe this."
Well, nobody's ever said that she's a great actress. But I don't know, man. It just so he's in town for some. I can't place this, but he's in town for some reason, and Duncan's heading back home, and who do we see but Blowy?
Well, no. What happened was they went to his accountant to find out where he lived, to figure out where he lived.
Right.
But then they figure out where the bank that he's putting his shit.
Right,
That's how they
right,
find the
right.
town.
You're right.
So they're staking out the town, and then as he's driving home, he runs into Blowy, who has a broken down car,
Yes.
and she goes back with him.
Mm-hmm. And she
And
seduces him.
she seduces him. She says, "I didn't think I would ever sleep with a man old enough to be my dad." Works like a charm.
Well, guess what? You did, because
did.
her and Duncan get into it.
Oh, and it's
graphic.
It is an
It's
extended
graphic.
scene.
A lot of moaning,
Yeah, a lot of vocal.
a lot of great New York boobs.
Yeah.
Which you see them.
You see him.
A lot of them.
You do. So then, while she's doing that, she's obviously setting him up.
She's setting up the blow time.
She's setting
The
up the
trap.
blow time, the trap. The sniper's in position.
Another.
but
All right. So again, this action was sick.
this was cool.
This
When-
was awesome.
yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So when he's about to take a shot, he knows that he's gonna take the shot, and he moves Blowy, and
Yes.
she's the one that gets shot.
boom.
Boom. Deaded.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Not dead.
No.
But she gets. But that's what I'm saying from before. Johnny Knoxville, like this guy took that shot
Yeah.
and it hit Blowy and it didn't kill her.
Right.
It would not have killed Duncan then. If he had
Right.
gotten the same shot. Like, what? Just go for a headshot.
I don't
boom,
know what
done.
happened, but Duncan ends up throwing a hatchet at her head.
Holy shit. He, like, shoots her in the
Leg.
knees or,
Yeah.
like, the Achilles or something so that she falls down and then throws a hatchet and kills her.
Yeah.
Badass.
That was awesome.
Then, all of a sudden, he, like, creeps out. The sniper is still looking for him. He's butt naked, because he was just doing the sex. And he creeps out, and all of a sudden, he's behind the sniper, and he kills him butt-ass naked.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then he takes out all the whole
well,
team.
yeah, with the
whole
thermal,
A
the
team.
thermal
The
sniping.
thermal sniping,
Oh, that
yeah.
was so cool.
And he saw her breath and then shot through the fridge.
Through the fridge, yeah. And
That
then
was
as
cool.
she's falling, hits her again.
Yeah.
That was badass. But
Yeah. So he takes out everyone except for
the
Bitch
hillbilly,
Boy.
the
Except
hillbilly
for
bitch
guy,
boy,
Yeah.
the
Red
little
beard.
junkie guy,
Yeah.
and we find out that he kidnapped Vanessa Hudgens.
Bad move. Because apparently she's Mads Mikkelsen's girlfriend now because they went on one shooting date.
I don't get that, but like, so I ended up looking.
How did
that
they
up.
know?
Mads
How did-
Mikkelsen is like in his 50s, and
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens is in like her early 30s.
Right.
Was this supposed to be like a love interest thing, or like was he just
Protecting
taking
her.
care of her?
Yeah, I think
like,
he was taking care of her because remember before he like noticed that she couldn't cut the wood. She couldn't
right.
cut the wood,
So he cut wood
did,
for her.
I think he's like.
But was it like
looking
a
after her.
sexual thing? Because he bought her a gift, remember? We never find out what the gift
Right.
is.
I mean, I think he was going. I mean, he slept with Blowy. I mean, maybe
Exactly.
he likes younger
He
women.
likes and younger women like him.
Yeah, I don't
know. How about this? Richard Dreyfuss singing karaoke.
Yeah, that was weird.
Super weird. Had nothing to do with the movie.
It didn't. No, it didn't.
But it happened.
They just threw it in there. They're like,
here's
you know
the
what?
thing.
We need Richard Dreyfuss was like, put me in a Netflix movie, and they're like, we got the perfect scene for you, Richard. You're
Oh,
gonna be
man.
singing karaoke in a Detroit dive bar.
And it happens, and then
that's
the
it.
story moves on.
Yeah,
So Duncan gets like
captured.
yeah, because he gets what's that?
Poisoned.
Yeah, well the chloroform. He gets like the chloroform rag, doesn't he?
No.
No?
He puts like a patch on him. or
Oh
something,
yeah.
And it gets
yeah.
into
right.
his blood.
You're right. So I guess once he's captured, he gets the again.
He gets tortured.
A gross
Yeah.
scene because like the gross guy is in it.
Who also did you know he was playing Rowdy Roddy Piper's entrance music while torturing him?
Yeah, kind of cool.
That would that
I
be?
love Hot Rod.
Yeah, me too. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But what would that be the song of choice that you would pick? What would you pick? What
While
wrestling?
torturing somebody.
What
Oh,
wrestling
God. Oh man, you're putting me on the
theme
spot.
song would you pick?
I think something.
We're recording this. The Royal Rumble's about to happen.
Yeah, so that's why I want to get finished with this and stop talking about Polar. Maybe you know what? You know what one I think would drive people crazy? John Cena.
Yeah,
Just play
that
the
might-
trumpets.
that
The
might.
trumpets over and over.
You know what I think? Yeah. Speaking of trumpets, Chavo Guerrero's would be.
Oh,
But what I thought would drive people crazy would be MVP's theme song.
I'm coming.
I'm
with the
coming.
TikTok.
Yeah, with the TikTok.
Or you know what would maybe get to him too? Carlito, because it's got that like.
Ooh, yeah. I think anything.
Over and over.
Over and
but
over.
Not Hot Rod. That's a pretty cool movie. Or music.
Yeah, I mean it's bagpipes.
Um,
So anyway, he tortures
to
him.
it.
Back to this. Yeah, we
Uh,
we return to you your regularly scheduled program. With,
yeah, so he tortures him, and at one point on the third day of torture, on day 4 he's gonna get killed, but on the third day of torture, he gets stabbed and the knife breaks.
Right.
So he's able to get out of his shackles with the broken knife, and then they have like another awesome action scene where he just kills 4 guards and then kills all those people.
He probably killed if I had to count 32
Yeah.
guards.
But then there's the corridor scene down in the bottom.
Right, yeah.
He ends up throwing a fire extinguisher. He shoots it. Like the whole thing is white. He's killing all these people. And so one of the dead guys moves. I caught it.
You did?
Yeah, one of the dead guys, he kind of like sits up at one point. I don't know why, but he sits up.
And they left it in.
Yeah, it's still in there.
First time movie makers. I mean, this is the kind of Netflix. What is Netflix doing?
Yeah, it's bad. So let's try to wrap this up. So basically, Duncan.
It wraps up quick.
Well, yeah. So Duncan wants to trade his life for Vanessa Hudgens. There's a sick scene with his gloves that that use turrets. That was awesome.
Shoots everybody else. So now
Kills
there's no
everybody except
there's-
the one woman.
Except yeah,
right?
but
Isn't it the one woman?
yeah, you don't see her die. So they're probably setting this up for a second one.
Oh,
Well, they definitely
this was 1,000% set up for a sequel, and
Yeah.
I hope that they do not make it. Please don't make this. I get after that.
He goes back and he kills what's his name, Blob.
Oh yeah,
Blurt.
Paul Blart.
Paul Blart gets beheaded.
Yeah, he kills him.
Throws his head out the window. The secretary doesn't do anything.
No, didn't care whatsoever. And then, all right, here's an actual good twist. So Vanessa Hudgens,
she's been drugged up.
So while he's being tortured, she's being fed heroin over and over. While it's like another form of torture for Duncan that she's being tortured. She is taken care of by Duncan for a couple days, and all of a sudden he walks into her room to give her something, and there are articles, right, all over the bed. Basically talking about Duncan and who he is, the assassination of different people, blah blah blah, and it goes back to the
Dream that he's been
the
having.
dream that he has. Which did he know that it was her? Because why was he having such a bad dream? Or was that just something that like
No,
fucked with him?
That was something that fucked with him. He didn't even recognize that it was Vanessa Hudgens.
Do you think that she knew it was him?
Yes,
She knew it was him the whole time.
the whole time she knew it was him. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's the reason why she moved there.
See, I was very tired at this point because
Yeah.
I had kept falling asleep.
well, it
and-
turns out.
Oh, that's why she moved there.
Yes. So it turns out. So
Oh.
this dream that he's having about this assassination that shouldn't have happened, he ends up murdering this entire family.
Mm-hmm.
But the little girl is still alive.
Yeah.
And the little girl turns out to be Vanessa Hudgens,
Right.
who wants to kill Mads Mikkelsen.
So now she has a gun in his face, and after all this planning by her, well, I guess the reason that she doesn't end up killing him is because she realizes he's kind of a good guy.
Right.
He's trying to help other people.
What
now.
she wants to find out why he
Why-
was sent to
Yes.
kill her
he doesn't
dad.
he doesn't know who put the hit out on her
Right.
father, but now they want to know, and they're working together now, and also it just completely sets up for a sequel.
Yeah, it totally did. The cool thing that was, so the very opening scene is like a wide shot going through some mountains to that house
With the terrible CGI bird.
with the terrible CGI bar. That was the worst. I mean,
Oh my God.
that was terrible. But the last scene is them zooming out of his house, and there's like mountains, but it's like snowy, so it's
Right.
like contrasting.
Yes.
I
From
think
Chile to
Chile to
wherever-
Seattle.
Was that where it was?
It was Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
They were trying to be clever. I saw right through it.
Yeah.
First time filmmakers. I mean, this is the kind of hack shit that you're gonna get.
Yeah, stick to music videos. I mean, I think we've kind of covered it, but would you recommend people see this?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. You have to see it to believe it.
I'm gonna be a hard no. Do not see it, even though like this would have been a movie where, because it's
could've
free
been
on
fun.
Netflix, it's
Right.
like you don't have to pay for it. So like if it was an okay movie, I would be like, yeah, you know what, go see it. Like you're not paying any money, you're wasting. It's a long movie though too.
2
It's
hours.
Like 2 hours. Like,
Yeah, 2 hours.
You know, a bad movie should be like an hour 20 maybe.
Right. Yeah.
And like this was so long. It was such a long movie. Like I do not see this.
I think
movie.
it was better than Holmes.
Oh yes, absolutely. My scoring will reflect that as well. But so Ant says see it because it's such a tragedy. I say do not see it.
Like if it's on your suggestions, I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're watching on
know.
Netflix.
I mean, maybe
that the
yeah.
algorithm would push this to the front for you.
You're fucked up.
But I mean, if it's there and you kind of want to watch some cool action,
Yeah, I would say skip
go for it.
YouTube the action scenes. Don't watch the movie. Just YouTube the action scenes.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
All right. So when we come back after the break, we are going to, since this was a Netflix movie, we ended up going through the list of Netflix movies. They're not good. So what we're going to do instead is a snake draft of Netflix TV shows, which actually are very, very solid. So when we come back after the break, Netflix TV show snake draft. All right, we're back, and we brought in Tom so that we could do a full 3-person snake draft here. We're going to randomize right now to see who gets pick number 1 and what the order is. It's going to be me!
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
How dare you.
yeah, so it's going to be me, Tom, and Ant.
Again with the
And
last,
then
I
we're
get the
gonna come
last
back.
pick again?
Well, that's how it works. So I
This
am
is
going to make
crazy.
a dick move right here.
I
and,
cannot believe you're going to do this.
For my first pick, I'm going with the funniest show I've maybe ever seen. I'm going to take Big Mouth.
Damn it, that was
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Well, that was mine too.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I bet you did, you fucking loser.
Yeah, well, okay. What are we gonna do? Oh, yeah. Big Mouth is probably the funniest show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing more that needs to be said about
It
it.
makes me laugh
Yeah.
so hard.
If you haven't seen it, you have to stop listening to this and go watch that immediately. It's hilarious. Tom,
Tom?
first pick.
Oh man, I really don't like my choices. Having being on the record that I've only seen 4 Netflix shows all the way through.
Well, yeah, but there's seasons that I'm sure have been taken.
So you know what? I'm gonna go with a 1-season show.
Okay, it's fair.
I watched it in one night.
Wow.
Oh, so you liked it.
End of the Fucking World.
Ooh, that one was really
Oh.
good. Yeah.
It's a little dark comedy.
British.
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 Very British.
Yeah, it was a good. I like.
I liked it. I liked
And it
it.
was like 20-minute episodes, so
Yeah.
I just kind of fucking...
I'm pretty sure
went
it's
through
coming
them.
back. There's supposed
Two
to
and
be
a half
another.
They're doing
season.
another one?
I think so.
Doesn't he get caught at the end?
We don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't know. They leave
ambiguous.
it
Cliffhanger.
like, yeah.
Cliffhanger. And that's
Red
That's,
herring.
that's why you tune in for season 2.
There you go. Good pick. Good pick.
Good pick. Good pick.
Anthony,
Good pick.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Master of None.
Oh, great pick.
The comedies on Netflix are good. To
Yes,
very good.
True. Yeah.
To
agreed,
very good.
agreed.
This one is a very good comedy about dating. And then my second pick, I'm gonna go with Stranger Things
Oh,
because that's a good show.
it certainly is.
Uh,
It definitely fell off towards the end of.
I didn't really
season
like.
2.
Yeah, I didn't. I liked the end of the season, but I thought that it was weird that she was hanging out with other. When 11 was hanging out with the other like
Yes.
11s, I guess.
Right.
That
right.
was fucking weird.
Yeah, I did not like that at all.
That I could have done without that.
But no, great show. Yeah, I hope it gets a lot better in season 3.
I think that's it. It's over after 3.
I think
the
so.
last one.
Yeah, I think so. All right, Tom, you're up.
All right, second pick. I'm going to go for the rom-com sitcom, Love.
Damn it.
Love, nice.
Damn it.
I think
So
we've...
good.
It's very good.
So good.
We've all had that Mickey in our life at one point that drives you crazy and wants to make you kill yourself, so...
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
well,
maybe not that.
is this an intervention?
I think Tom's trying to tell us.
yeah. Oh
something.
my god. Yeah, I really like that show. Love is awesome.
Mike.
Okay, so I'm glad that I'm actually getting this. This was like my third pick here. I'm going Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That show is after Big Mouth is probably the second funniest show I've ever seen. It's so good.
Don't love it.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh, like just callbacks to different things and like little bits of humor in that show. It's amazing. Amazing. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. All right, I have another one. Damn, I don't know if I want to take another comedy, but I have one on here. It's my
No, the
next-
comedies are good. Just do the comedies, man. I mean, what dramas are you gonna do?
All right, you know what? I will. I'm gonna take American Vandal.
Yep.
That show. The second season.
First
was-
season. First
Yeah,
season
first
was
season
so good.
is hilarious. Second season was good. Not as good, but I love that show. Really funny. Tom, your third pick.
All right, I'll go superhero. I'll take Daredevil.
Okay.
I have not seen season 3 yet, so no spoilers. But the first 2 seasons I thought were very well done, even though I've seen none of the other Marvel shows.
Tom, do you think that they'll eventually get them into the MCU?
No, I do not. Maybe an actor will, like, maybe this guy will reprise his role, but
I
I have
think that-
nothing to do with what happened on the show.
Okay, I think the Daredevil guy really wants to like continue.
I think they
being-
all do. They
being
all want in.
Daredevil. I mean, just get rid of Iron Fist. Jesus
Oh god, that was
Christ.
so bad.
Okay.
So that's gonna be nobody's pick.
No, I didn't have Daredevil on my list.
Oh, I mean Iron Fist.
And now, now I'm gonna. Iron Fist is not on my list.
That is maybe the worst.
I'm gonna start getting a little nerdy here. My pick, The Crown, was amazing. The bio drama series about the Queen.
Which one?
Queen of England, Elizabeth
oh,
the
yes,
second.
that one, right.
It's a good series if you're into history or interested in royal families at all.
No.
Okay. And then my second one is House of Cards.
Oh, wow, that is problematic.
Um,
I was just gonna make a joke about how nobody can pick House of Cards.
yeah, well, I can. Because
My
you know what?
goodness.
I only watched the first 3 seasons of House of Cards, so he wasn't a weirdo yet. Well, he was.
Yeah, he was.
But whatever. That shit is like.
wait, so season 4 is where Claire is the president?
Then it gets weird. It gets.
I
like,
haven't watched
weird.
that. I don't think I will.
They come up with this like plot where like he'll step down as president and then she'll become president. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
But the first
I love
two,
House of Cards.
The first 2
Yeah, it was
seasons
good.
were great.
It was good. But we do not
and that kind
endorse.
of weird shit definitely happens
Oh yeah.
with those people.
But we don't endorse
wouldn't-
his behavior in real life.
We do not endorse Kevin Spacey.
He's a bad man.
He's a bad man.
Tom,
Tom?
number 4.
Well, this is where my non-watching of Netflix shows really hurts me. But a newer show that I actually just watched was Sex Education.
Oh,
Oh,
how was
I
it?
haven't
Not
seen
if you've
that.
seen it. It's actually pretty good.
Would you recommend?
I would recommend.
Okay.
Only 8 episodes, but it were 45 to 50-minute episodes. The girl in it, Emma Mackey, is very reminiscent of a young Margot Robbie, who is my number one all time.
Oh,
She does look like. I saw the trailer. She looks very similar to
And
Margot.
it's a good British comedy about
British.
like
British.
teenagers going through changes and growing up. Not as funny as Big Mouth, obviously.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, yeah,
that type of.
yeah.
We all remember high school.
all right.
I don't
so
know what you're talking about.
My last pick, unless you guys have more,
No,
we can go to
that's it.
5.
No, I'm
5?
done.
Okay,
Yep,
or 4.
this-
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go with. I have such a long list. I'll go. Damn, it's hard between Easy and Narcos. I'm going Narcos.
I really want to watch that show. I really want to watch.
Narcos is so badass. I watched Narcos Mexico afterwards. It wasn't as good. It was a cool story, but not as good as Pablo Escobar. Really, really cool story. Yeah.
So that's
I needed
it.
to round my list out with a drama too there. So my list, I'm going Big Mouth, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, American Vandal, and Narcos. Tom has End of the Fucking World, Love, Daredevil, and Sex Education. Ant comes in with Master of None, Stranger Things, The Crown, and is a huge supporter of Kevin Spacey.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Let the record show.
All right, so that's our snake draft of Netflix series. Anything to add?
I'm surprised no one took Glow.
Oh, I had Glow on my list.
I could not get through season 2.
Anything else that was on your honorable mentions?
No, that was it for me.
I had a lot of 13 Reasons Why. It was a good show. It really
watch
was.
I
It
can't
was.
watch. I don't like. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, Easy was awesome. Jessica Jones I thought was better than Daredevil actually. Maniac.
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 That was weird.
That was but it was cool.
Yeah.
Ozark. Yeah.
Bloodline.
Bloodline,
Coach
awesome.
Taylor.
Friends from College. You guys should both watch
I
that.
made it through 20 minutes of the first episode.
Oh, it's awesome. It gets so good. It gets really good. Disenchantment. The Matt Groening. It's funny.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so Netflix, if you're listening, keep making
We know you
shows.
Keep making comedies.
Don't make movies.
Stop making Polar. Don't make a fucking sequel to that, please.
Yeah,
God.
please let Mads Mikkelsen go.
All right.
Let him go.
Tom, thanks for coming back.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right,
we'll
Royal Rumble
finish
time.
up after this.
Would she go down on you in a theater?
All right, that's it for this week's episode. Anthony and I just decided that next week's episode is going to be Mary Poppins Returns. Thoughts?
British.
British. All right, come back next week for Mary Poppins Returns. Hit that music.
Think of a monster you made me up in it. It's been a hell of a ride, but I'm in it. Birth of the queen is the death of a cynic. I'ma be good, but just give me a minute. Don't let it go when I'm back at the wheel. No one but me gives a how I feel. So I'm gonna try till I find a good meal. Maybe they'll show up for real.